So I just wanted to give an update on the Pulsar LT. I installed it with about 7,000 miles on the truck about 3 months ago. And so I've roughly put, in the last 3 months, I've roughly put about 3,000 miles on it. And so I'm sitting at like 10,500 miles. Before I give an update on that though, I wanted to share my new wheel setup. I will go ahead and tell you that when I wanted to get new wheels, because I knew I would eventually get new wheels, I didn't want to get fuel. I wanted to get something different, something people aren't running. I seem like I see those everywhere. And so here's what I did end up getting, and it's a crazy story how I got it. So yeah, I didn't want fuel. It's exactly what I got. But it was a crazy story how I did get that. Facebook Marketplace, whether you like it or not, you can't knock it. I always find good deals on there, and this is exactly where I found these. And let me tell you, so this chick posted these on here, and there was the wheels and some tires. And the tires she had on there were some real funky tires, because I think they were on a lower truck. And so I'm messaging her, and I'm like, hey, look, I just want the wheels. Tires are cheap tires. And I didn't tell her that, but they were cheap tires and everything. And she's like, well, I am posting just about the wheels. And I was like, okay, well, they're wrapped in tires, so I don't understand. And so she said, the 3 of the tires are slashed and so useless and they don't hold air. When she told me that 3 of them were slashed, I was like, well, you didn't go carry Underwood on your boyfriend or something. And she messaged back and said, yeah, I did. And I was just like, oh, okay. And so this chick, I guess, I don't know, it was her husband actually, and I don't know if he bought them without her knowing, if he was a cheater, but I guess they worked it out, because when we went to pick him up, he was there, and so I didn't get the full story. But sure enough, 3 of the tires didn't hold air, and for the price I paid, and so let me tell you, brand new for these Fuel Mavericks, about 400, a little over 400 a pop for just one wheel. I'll go ahead and tell you, I paid basically that for all 4 of these. Now, they're about 4 months old, and there's a few little defects with them. There's no curb rash, nothing gashed out of it. There's just little scuff marks. They are used, but they're a really nice setup. They're the 20x9, and I'm not really sure what the offset is, because there is a little bit of offset. If you look at that back tire, it sticks out about 1 inch. And so everything I'm finding online is in the 20x9, they have a +1 and a +20. And so that +1, I would assume that it would go under the fender wheel more. So maybe someone can explain to me. I'm not running any kind of spacers or anything on it, but I was afraid of these calipers. Y'all know on these 19 to 21s, these calipers, they have trouble with these new wheels. But I think with this being a newer wheel, I think industries and companies started making them better, the wheels a little bit different, so they could fit these calipers. And so like my stock wheels, I could stick my finger in between the rim and the caliper, but on this one I can't. But it's probably got 1/4 of an inch space in between those, so it clears it nice, and so I didn't have to run any spacers. I was afraid I would have to do that, but luckily I didn't. And so I like the setup. I like paint on my truck, and so it pokes out just enough, and that's basically what I wanted the stance. I don't like 2-inch, 3-inch sticking outside my fender well, just because these new trucks, the paint seemed to just chip off easy anyways, and I live down a gravel road. And so again, I enjoy paint on my truck. Some guys I guess don't, but I do. And so yeah, the Pulsar LT update for y'all. And so I've been running it 3 months, and the update is it's still great. I love my truck being in V8 mode all the time. If I buy a V8, I want it to be V8, and so it hasn't given me any trouble. No codes have been thrown. Shifting on the transmission still been good. Nothing weird with the electronics inside the truck, with the dash. Everything's been really solid with it. Nothing to complain about. I know some guys maybe have some issues with it, throwing codes or doing something funky with the cluster on their dash, but so far after 3 months it's been great. And so I still would highly recommend it with everything you can do with it. I think eventually I will get bigger tires once they go bald. And so these are the stock tires that did come on it. I didn't want to switch because I still did have a lot of life in it, and I just wanted a new look. But I'm loving this setup, and so hopefully this gives someone an idea. Again, I didn't want to do like a 20 20 by 12, negative 44 offset, like a lot of guys are doing. I like this setup. It gives enough poke where it's a little bit different, but not enough where I'm slinging rocks down the side of my truck. So I hope y'all enjoy. Again, Pulsar LT, still would recommend. Fuel Mavericks, everybody's running it, so I guess I am now too. So thanks.